Newsradio 1080 KRLD.
It's 11:20 as your news continues, and as we first told you yesterday, there are growing concerns over potential drug shortages related to the coronavirus outbreak, and we want to get you more information as we bring in Dr. Omar Durani. He's a local physician. Dr. Durani, I think some people are stunned to learn how many ingredients used to make popular medications are produced in China.
Yeah, that is true. Approximately 80% of the ingredients of variety of medications and antibiotics are produced in China. So we're highly dependent on the factories in China for the pharmaceutical companies to get the ingredients to make the medications.
Is there another option for getting these ingredients?
Unfortunately, the majority of the ingredients are all based in Chinese factories. Now, the government and the pharmaceutical companies have protocol and contingency plans in regards to figuring out how to short-term provide the medications to the population. But if this prolongs to 6, 9, 12 months, this is where the cost of supplies, medications can go up dramatically, and maybe more non-essential surgeries or treatments will be deferred to more urgent situations. But I think long-term, the companies, governments can figure out a plan to get the ingredients made locally, but that's going to be a long-term solution. So in the medium time frame, the prices can go up, and it can be a strenuous situation if this outbreak blockade occurs.
You mentioned antibiotics, Doctor. What are some of the specific medications that could be hit hard when it comes to supplies in this scenario?
From what we understand, a lot of the generic common outpatient antibiotics like amoxicillin, doxycycline, these medications are the ones affected with the ingredients to make the tablets or capsules being based in Chinese factories. And as the quarantine goes on in China with millions of the government citizens not being able to go to work, these factories are not being able to produce the ingredients that are needed. So it's the common outpatient antibiotics that we often use, and a lot of the hospital-based anesthetics, pain medications, anesthesia medications, and supplies like masks or equipment, which we depend on Chinese factories to make, can be compromised in the medium to long term if this continues to be prolonged. And so judicious uses of antibiotics are important no matter what, but here the decision will be made to ensure that the more urgent situation, patients, high-risk populations are covered if this is becomes a compromised situation. But more importantly, what's going to happen is really the cost of, short-term, the cost of these medication supplies will go up as demand rises much above the supply.
And what do you tell your patients at this point, Dr. Durani? What do consumers need to know to be ready for this?
I think in the short term, just reassurance provided to the population, but it's something we have to start considering long-term contingency plans and other sources to consider. And on a bigger scale picture, not being so dependent on one source and having different variety of sources to get the products we need is obviously something that we think about and highlights the importance of.
That is Dr. Omar Durani with Diamond Physicians in Dallas.